Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Junior from Junior's Fish here. I want to introduce you guys to my turtles you can see in front of you. So, I have two red air sliders in there, and I'm about to go ahead and feed them. I think let me record it. They're usually pretty active when you feed them. So, right now they're in a 75-gallon tank. I have a 30-gallon sump at the bottom set up. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. So, I have a little sump built with a refugium set up. And I got lots of plants in there and stuff like that to go in. So everything you see there is pretty much custom made. This stand is custom made. That little canopy top, as you could tell, is custom made. Um, okay, so here's the refugium. It's a 30-gallon stamp setup, and I have a lot of biometers in there, some carbon. I tossed some plants in there. Just got um, to kind of create like a place to just hold some plants I had. There's a heater in there. It's not really on right now. The tank is warm enough, so I'm not worried about it. Um, I'm using, yeah, so that's for the filtration. It's a really nice big filtration system for these guys because they're very messy. And here's the star of the show. Say hi to him. So I actually hand feed these guys all the time. And so they're pretty used to my hand. And here we go. He's trying to get away. This guy's ridiculous. Well, I think that's the girl. She's ridiculous. She's always trying to escape and do her own thing. Yeah, she's so like she's not afraid of me at all. So getting out the tank means nothing to her. She'll happily just jump out and be gone. She don't care. Before when I first had them, I didn't have cover on top of it, and she would just jump out the tank. I would come home in the afternoon, and she wasn't in the tank. It was just the one. She was gone, so I was just stuck like trying to look for her, and then you find her hiding under somewhere. But yeah, so now that's why I have the egg crate in there so they can't actually get out. So yeah, like I said, so this setup, right, is a 75-gallon tank with a 30-gallon sump underneath. Um, I can't really name the pump, but it's about, I think it's like 2,300 gallons per hour. Plus I have that actually the other circulation pump in there that pushes like another 1,000. Yeah, so there's a lot of water movement in this tank. Um, the fish don't seem to mind. They seem pretty good. Actually, I think they're doing a lot better now because the water movement is a lot more versus before, so it tends to like cycle a lot better. I have about 100 pounds of sand in that tank, just sitting there. So that's a piece of live rock at the bottom there. I bought it for to set up a saltwater aquarium, I just never did it. So there we go with that. So I have that in there, and that's what's setting up. So the food, I feed them these big pellets. It's a regular turtle pellets. They pretty much get that. That's their main diet. I tend to also use a lot of like I try to get them some greens if I can, and put it in there, and they eat that. But the issue I have with this food is that it's a mess. Um, it just makes a mess. You'll see, I don't know, you'll notice the water is a little bit more dirtier as you go. You'll see a lot more stuff floating around. The fish get a lot of food to eat, which is cool. So I don't have to like really target feed them. So they'll just eat all the leftovers from the turtles, and the turtles make a lot of leftovers. So they usually end up nice and fat at the end of that. So I've been hand feeding these guys for the last like maybe 3 years now, and they're pretty well trained that way. So they'll, as you saw earlier, he was just trying to get the food from me. He's super excited. He knows it's meal time, and he's hungry. So he just wants his food. So I keep them with goldfish, and I know a lot of people don't actually like that because the turtles can be a little bit more aggressive. They don't want them to eat them, but these fish are actually like half the size of these turtles, and so I think the smallest one is like maybe 4 or 5 inches. So for the turtles to eat them, it's a lot of work, and as you can see, they prefer to have me hand feed them. So they're just absolutely lazy. So they don't really care enough about the fish to actually go after them. So I don't really have that issue. These fish has been with them for maybe a year now, and they start off pretty small. They were able to grow out really big, and so the turtles don't harass them. Every now and then you might see a little bit of some. They might chase them for a little bit, and then they'll just leave them alone and be done. But I keep a look eye on like their fins and stuff like that, and I don't see any damage or any kind of anything to show that they're being harassed by the turtles. So yeah, if I see them being harassed or things like that, and it becomes a situation where I have to take them out, I will. But as of right now, they're getting along. They've been living together for almost a year now, and there haven't been any issues with it. The only thing is because goldfish are so messy and turtles are so messy. This tank has like maybe 3,000 gallons per hour water movement, maybe a little less because of the pumps lose flow the higher up you go, and this is like maybe 3 feet off the ground. So, but yeah, so everything is set up with that. It has a lot of flow, so like it's a mess right now, but within an hour or two, that's all gonna clear up. The overflow there is gonna suck that all up and take care of that for me. All right, guys, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.